So in this video, we are going to learn how to send Telegram polls from Google Sheet at specific interval. Now suppose guys, in a Google Sheet you have added some questions with some options, and one by one you want to send those questions as polls on your Telegram group or Telegram channel at a regular time interval. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this process. So in this automation, for example, if you have a time interval of 15 minutes, so every 15 minutes, this automation workflow will run, and then it will get the data of a question or a poll from our Google Sheet, and automatically it will create a poll using those details in our Telegram group or Telegram channel and share it over there. So if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. I would like to name my workflow as Google Sheets to Telegram. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is every 15 minutes, we want to send some polls from our Google Sheet on our Telegram group or Telegram channel. So here in my Google Sheet, I have some polls, some questions with the option, and I want to send these polls one by one every 15 minutes on my Telegram group. So to make this happen, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, using which first, we are going to ensure that this automation workflow will work every 15 minutes. Then after that, guys, what we are going to do, we are going to get the details of a poll from Google Sheet, and then using Pabbly Connect's automation, automatically we are going to share that poll on our Telegram group. Also guys, there is another condition. I want to keep sending this poll for a specific time interval. Like every day, I want to start sending these polls every 15 minutes from 9 a.m. and I want to send these polls every 15 minutes till 10 p.m. So the sending of polls, sharing of polls on my Telegram group will start at 9 a.m. Then the first poll will be sent at 9:15. The second poll will be sent at 9:30. The third poll will be sent. And I want to keep doing this every 15 minutes till 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., I don't want to share any polls till 9 a.m. of the next day. So we are going to ensure that condition as well in the same automation. So here guys, how you can do this, it's very simple process. Let's begin with it. So first we have to ensure that we are sending polls every 15 minutes. So this means this automation workflow, this particular workflow should be executed every 15 minutes. And to ensure this, we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect in this trigger window that is called schedule. Select schedule over here. Select schedule by Pabbly, and after that it is asking us how often you want to run your workflow. In the drop down here you can see some different options. We are going to select at regular interval and we want to schedule this workflow to be executed every 15 minutes. So by default we have received 15 over here in value and the timestamp is in minute. So here guys we have selected 15 minutes, just click on save. So every 15 minutes this automation workflow will be executed. Now after starting this automation, what we have to do, we have to get a row of poll. We want to get the question of poll from our Google Sheet inside Pabbly Connect. So that using those questions, we can create a poll in Telegram. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window and here in choose apps, search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets in action event from the drop down, select the action event as get rows. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here in this step, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this sign in with Google button and then select your Google Sheets account. After selecting your Google Sheets account in which you have created the sheet, just scroll down and click on continue. Now as we click on continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. And here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account. So the spreadsheet in which I have added the questions for the poll which we want to send on Telegram is named as Telegram polls. So whatever spreadsheet you have added these questions, you have to select that particular spreadsheet over here from this drop down. And after selecting the spreadsheet, it is asking us to select the sheet. So it is most likely possible that into a single spreadsheet, you might have created multiple sheets over here. So we have to select the particular sheet from which we want to get the data. Right now in this Google Sheet, we have only one sheet right now, that is sheet 1. That is why here in Pabbly Connect drop down, we are going to select sheet 1. Then it is asking us for the range, that from this particular sheet, what is the range of data we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. Now here is the condition, guys. Every time we get this data, every time this automation workflow is executed, we want to get a row of poll over here. Like for the first time when this automation will execute, we want to get the data, the questions from this second row, row number 2. Then the next time after 15 minutes, when the next time this automation workflow will execute, we want to get the data of third row. Then after that, we want to get the data, this question from fourth row and so on from the fifth row and keep going. So here guys, what we have to do, we have to basically keep on changing the range for every new poll. Every time this automation workflow will be executed, the range is going to change because here we have to enter the range, that the data of what range in our Google Sheet we want to receive. Like here I have selected this row and here in this range section, you can see this range. Just copy this range from here and paste it over here. But right now in this range, we have row number 2. But every time as we discussed, the next time this automation will be executed, it should be row number 3. So it will be keep on changing. It will be dynamic. Now here guys, to solve this problem, we are going to use another feature of Pabbly Connect that is called counter. So using counter, we are going to get some counting numbers, some incrementing numbers every time this workflow is executed. Let me show you. Before this Google Sheet step, click on this Add Action Step button. And here in Choose App, search for Number Formatter. So Number Formatter is another module, another feature of Pabbly Connect which we are going to use. Select Number Formatter. In Action Event from the drop down, select Counter from this drop down over here. And then just click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, the first thing it asks us is the initial value, that from what value this counting will start. So we want to start this counting from value 1. From 1 this counting will start. Then it is asking us for the operation. So in the drop down, we have two operations, increment and decrement. Do we want to increase the number, increase the value every time this workflow is executed, or do we want to decrease the value? So we are going to select increment over here. Then we have to select change by value. So change by value will also be 1 over here. And then here it is asking us reset on execution. So we don't want to reset this value on execution. We are going to select no. And at last, it is asking us reset counter after reaching certain final value. So right now, we are just going to keep it blank. We are not entering anything because we don't want to reset this counter after reaching to a certain value. Like for example, if we enter 10 over here in this field, then when this counting will be reached at 10, after 10, it will get reset and once again, it will start from 1. So we don't want to do that. So we are just keeping this field blank and click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have this response of final value that is 2. So we have started our counting, the initial value was 1 and then we have added the change of value as 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, so that's why we have received 2 over here. Then after that, when the next time this automation workflow will execute, let's see what happens. I will just click on Save and Send Test Request and we will see 3 over here. So the initial value was 1, the incrementing value was 1 as well. So the first time this workflow will execute, when we set up this automation, we have received 2. The next time it will be executed, we will get 3. We will get an increment of 1 in this value because the increment value is 1. Then the next time, the third time this automation workflow will execute, we will get 4. The next time this workflow will execute, we will get 5 over here. So in this way, for every execution, we will be getting a different final value. We will be getting a different value. And we are going to map this value over here in this range section, so that every time this workflow execute, we will get the data of the next row. So we have added this counter, we just have to reset it. Just click on this connected button once again, and then click on Save and Send Test Request. So once again, we have reset this value, and we have this final value of 2. Now we have to map this final value of 2 in this range section. So the range will be A2, but this time we are going to map the data. But here in this drop down, you can't see any data to map. So mapping is a process using which we add the data from the previous step to the next step. Just click on this connected button once, select the existing connection and click on save. We just have to reconnect our Google Sheets account. And after reconnecting it, what we will see, when we will click here in this drop down, you can see some fields, some data. And this is the data from the previous two steps. We have added the step of scheduler, and in scheduler, what response which we have received, you can see that response. And after number formatter, what response you have received, you can see that response as well. So from number formatters, from counter responses, select and map the response of final value in this range. After your column name A and after colon in E2 as well, from this drop down, map the final value. So our range was this, from this column A to column E, we want to get the data in a row-wise manner. Like for the first execution, we wanted to get the data of first row and we have received it. So in this way, we have added this range. Now this next time this automation workflow will execute, the counter will get the response as 3. And then in the next step, we are going to get the data of row number 3. So in this way, we don't repeat any of the question, any of the polls from our Google Sheet and send it again on a repetitive way in Telegram. Now just click on this save and send test request button. And when we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received this response. Now this response seems to be a very good response because in this response, you can see the data of the row number 2 because we have entered the range over here is A2 colon E2. So data from A2 to E2 is received inside Pabbly Connect. Here you can see that in this Google Sheet, we have added the question. And in this poll with this question, I have added 4 options. And you can see all of those same question and same options over here in response. So guys, the step 2 of setting up this automation is also completed. We have successfully received the questions for the poll from our Google Sheet inside our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now what we have to do, we have to move to step 3. And in step 3, using this response, using this data which we have received from Google Sheet, we have to create a poll in Telegram and send it on our Telegram group. For that, just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button. And then here in Choose App, search for Telegram bot. Just select it. After selecting Telegram bot, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Send a Poll. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, while making this connection, the thing it asks us is the token. Now to connect or to send messages or poll on our Telegram group or Telegram channel, what we have to do, we have to create a bot in our Telegram account. And after creating that bot, we have to add that bot on our Telegram group or Telegram channel, wherever you want to send the message. And also we have to promote that bot to the admin of that particular Telegram group or Telegram channel. While creating the bot, we get an API token of that particular bot. And we have to connect that particular bot over here with Pabbly Connect using that token. It is a very simple process to create a bot and get the API token. Let me show you. We will go to a Telegram account and here you have to search for bot father. Just search for the bot father with this official tick. Just click on it and click on start. After clicking on start, here in this chat window of bot father, we have to enter /new bot. Just send it. After sending this, the bot father is asking us to give this bot a name. So for example, I would like to name this bot as Telegram poll. This is the name of this bot. I'm just sending it. After naming the bot, it is asking us to give this bot a unique username. For example, I would like to name my bot as Pabbly Poll Test. This is a unique username. And at last, we have to enter bot or underscore bot over here with this username as well. So this is the username I'm giving it to it. You can give any username of your choice. Let's send it. And this is it. Just now using bot father, we have created this bot in our Telegram account. And here in this message, you can see the API token of this same bot which we have created too. What we have to do, we just have to copy this API token from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And then just click on save. And in this way, this Telegram bot which we have created will get connected with Pabbly Connect over here. Now after connecting it, what we have to do, we have to add this bot as a member, as an admin in our Telegram group or Telegram channel, wherever we want to send the poll. So let me create a new group over here. For example, I'll just create the group, and in this add member section, or if you already have a group, you can add this same bot over there as well. So I'll just search for this bot, Pabbly poll test. So this is the bot Telegram poll, the name which we have given. Let's add this bot and create a new group. I would like to enter the group name as Pabbly poll. So this is just a random group which I'm creating right now. And we have added that bot over here in this particular group. So just now we have created the group and added the bot. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to promote this bot as the admin of this group. And to do this, either you have to use the Telegram's desktop application or the mobile application. From this Telegram web account, you can't promote this bot to admin. So using my Telegram mobile application, right now I'm promoting this bot to the admin of this group. And it is done. Just now I have promoted it. Now using this bot, we can send polls on our Telegram group or Telegram channel. Now after that, we will get back to Pabbly Connect, and here in Pabbly Connect, in this action step, after connecting this bot with Pabbly Connect, the first thing it asks us is the group ID. That what is the group ID on which we want to send the poll. So to get the group ID, you just have to open your Telegram group in this Telegram web application, and then here after opening this group, in this URL section after hash, you can see this ID. This is your Telegram group ID. Just copy this ID from here from the URL section and then just paste it over here. So we are telling Telegram bot that on which particular group we want to send the message, and we are entering the group ID of that group. Then it is asking us poll type. So here in drop down, we have two different types of poll. We can send two different types of poll. First one is a regular poll where we are giving the user some options and they are selecting their preferred option in it. And the second one is a quiz. So here guys, if you select quiz as a type of poll, then all the options which you are giving within the poll in the question, there must be a correct answer to all of those questions as well. So you have to select what type of poll you want to create. I'm selecting a regular poll over here. And then it is asking us in the next field is the question, that what is the question of this poll which we are asking. So we have entered the question of the poll as well as all the options which we want to give in that poll over here in the Google Sheet. And we have received this data from Google Sheet of a poll's question over here in the response of Google Sheet step in our Pabbly Connect workflow. So from these responses, we have this response of question, and we have to map this response of question over here in this field of question. And as you all saw, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, select this response of question and map it. So we have added the question in a column in Google Sheet. We have received the same data of a row in our Pabbly Connect workflow, and from that step, we have mapped the data. So whatever question we are going to enter in this column in the Google Sheet, the same question with the same question, a poll will be created in our Telegram account. Then after adding the question, it is asking us what are the options we want to give in this poll. And here in this Telegram action step, we can add up to 10 options in a single poll. Right now, the two options, the option 1 and option 2 are mandatory, are required. Like if you are creating a poll, it is required that you must give minimum 2 options over here to answer them. But here guys, you can basically add up to 10 options into a single question, into a single post according to your choice. Right now in my Google Sheet, I have added 4 options over here in this particular question. But the minimum is 2 and maximum is 10. You can vary those options according to that, according to your choice. So here one by one, these options which we have added in different columns in our Google Sheet for this particular question, we have to one by one map those options in this field of options. So from Google Sheet, we have received all of these options, and one by one, let's map them. So we will just scroll down, and then here in option 1, just click here from Google Sheet responses, select the response of option 1 and map it over here. After this, just click on option 2 from Google Sheet responses, map the option 2. Then select the response of option 3 and map it. And then here in option 4, just map the option 4 as well. So in this way, we have added the question and the options which we want to give with this question in this particular poll. You can add up to 10 as I told you. Then after this, it is asking us is anonymous. Like the poll, the responses of this poll will be anonymous or not. Will you be showing the user what option they have selected or not? So if you want to create an anonymous poll, select yes from this drop down. If no, select no. Right now, I'm selecting no according to my choice. Then it is asking us allow multiple answers. So if you want to allow users to give multiple answers for a single poll, you can select yes from this dropdown. If not, you can select no. Then if you are creating a quiz mode poll, a quiz kind of poll, so here we can see that we have been asked what type of poll we are creating. So if you create or if you select quiz as a poll type, then we have to give the correct option as well. That all the options which we are giving, what is the correct answer to that? So here from this drop down, you have to select that which option is going to be the correct option. Then here is an answer explanation. So if you are creating this poll in the quiz mode, you also have an option to give the answers explanation over here. Then it is asking us parse mode. So here we have two modes, HTML and Markdown. You can select any mode according to your choice. Then here we have the field of close date, that at what date and time this poll is going to get closed. So here the help text says enter the point of time in Unix timestamp. We have to enter the timestamp that at what date and time this poll is going to get closed, when the poll will be automatically closed. Must be at least 5 seconds and no more than 600 seconds in the future. So minimum a poll will be available, a poll will be live for 5 seconds and maximum it will be available for 600 seconds. That is approximately 10 minutes, I guess. So you can select the close date. The field of close date is not mandatory, is not required. So if you want, you can ignore this field for now as well. Then it is asking us disable notification, that do you want to send the notification for this poll to your members of the group or not. So if you want to send the message silently, you can select yes or else select no. At last, it is asking us protect content. What is this? Let's read the help text. Choose yes if you want to protect the content of the sent message from forwarding and saving. So if you want to protect your poll's content, like if you don't want your message or the poll to be forwarded or saved by any user, you can select yes from this drop down, or else you can select no. And after selecting all of these details according to your choice, your requirement, just click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the bot which we have connected with Pabbly Connect, using that bot, a poll with this question and these options is shared on this particular Telegram group. So let's check it. We will go to a Telegram group which we have created, and yes, here you can see that in this group just now, Telegram poll, the bot which we have created and added in this group, has shared a poll. The question of this poll is, what is your favorite color? The same question which we have added in the Google Sheet. And here the same options which we have added in the Google Sheet, you can see this same option as well over here. Now in this way, the members of your Telegram group can select any option of their choice in this particular poll. And here in view result, they can see which of the user has selected what options over here. So in this way, guys, you can see that we have successfully created this automation workflow using which every 15 minutes, guys, a poll will be sent from our Google Sheet to our Telegram channel. Now, after this, what we have to do? We had a second condition. We had another condition. Like we had the first condition that we want to keep on sending polls at a regular interval. And we took an example of 15 minutes. But we also had a condition, guys, in which we want to keep on sending these polls on our Telegram group from 9 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. in the night. After 10 p.m. and before 9 a.m. in the morning, we don't want to send these polls. We want to pause sending these polls at that time duration. So here, guys, we have successfully created this automation. But now what we are going to do? We are going to create another automation workflow inside our Pabbly Connect account. And using that workflow, we are going to ensure that this automation workflow which we have created to send Telegram poll will be turned on only at 8:45 a.m. in the morning. So every morning at 8:45 a.m., this automation workflow which we have created will get turned on. And after 15 minutes of that, means from 9 a.m. in the morning, we will start sending polls from our Google Sheet on our Telegram group every 15 minutes. Then after that, we want to turn off this automation workflow at 10 p.m. at the night, so that after 10 p.m., we don't keep on sending polls over there. So we are going to create a new workflow. For that, we will just go to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and then just click on create workflow. And then here I would like to name this workflow as Telegram poll on off. Just a random name which I'm giving. You can give any name according to your choice and click on create. Now in this workflow guys, we are once again going to select the trigger as schedule because every day, every morning, we want to schedule this automation workflow to turn on at a specific time. So we are going to select schedule, and then here in how often you want to run your workflow, we are going to select every day, and then we have to select the time. So because we want to turn on this automation workflow at 8:45 a.m. because we had a scheduler of 15 minutes, which means after 15 minutes of turning on this workflow, it will start sending polls from our Google Sheet to Telegram. So here I'm going to select the time in the schedule is 8:45. Just select 8:45 a.m. over here and click on save. So every day at 8:45 a.m. what we want to do, we want to turn this workflow on. So to turn it on, we are going to use another feature of Pabbly Connect that is called Pabbly Connect Manager. Scroll down, come to our action window, and here search for Pabbly Connect Manager. Just select it. So using this Pabbly Connect Manager action application, we can turn on or turn off any workflow in our Pabbly Connect account. So just select Pabbly Connect Manager, and here in action event from the drop down, select change workflow status as the action event. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Pabbly Connect Manager account over here in this workflow. And to make this connection, we have to enter a token from our Pabbly Connect account. So to get the token from this help text, just click on settings option, and in a new tab, you will reach to the settings page of your Pabbly Connect account. From the settings page, copy this API token from here and then paste it over here. In this way, we are going to connect our Pabbly Connect account in this Pabbly Connect Manager action step. Then after that, the first thing it asks us is to select the workflow. That using this automation, which workflow we want to turn on or turn off. So in the drop down, you can see a list of all the workflows which you have created in your Pabbly Connect account. So I have this workflow named as Google Sheet to Telegram. So the name of this workflow which we want to turn on every day at 8:45 a.m. is Google Sheet to Telegram. If you have given some other name, you can select that particular workflow from here from this drop down. Just select it, and we want to turn this workflow on at that particular time. So here in workflow status from the drop down, select on and click on save and send test request. So here in response, it is showing us workflow is already resumed because right now this workflow is turned on. Here you can see that it is showing us the workflow is already resumed. Then in the same workflow, what we are going to do, we are going to add a delay. Click on this add action step button. Now here guys, every day we are going to turn this workflow on 8:45 a.m. But every night at 10:01, like after 10 p.m., we want to turn this workflow off as well. So from 8:45 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, there is a time difference of 13 hours and 15 minutes. So what we are going to do, we are going to delay this automation workflow for that much amount of time. So just click on this action step, we have added action step, and select delay over here. So delay a feature or module of Pabbly Connect using which we can add delay in our automation workflow over here. So after selecting delay by Pabbly, here in how much delay you want to put in your workflow, we are going to select delay for, and in delay units, we are going to select minutes. So we have to basically convert 13 hours and 15 minutes. So let's convert it. 13 into 60 is 780 minutes. So in 13 hours, we have 780 minutes. And we are going to add 15 or should we say 16 minutes to it as well. So we are going to add a delay of 796 minutes over here. So let's add a delay value at 796 minutes. Because from 8:45 a.m. to 10:01 p.m. in the night, there is a difference of 796 minutes. So for that period of time when we are sending these polls throughout the day, this automation workflow will be delayed. It will be on hold for that amount of time. So after adding the delay value, just click on save and send test request. Now let me tell you guys, here I just took an example that I want to start sending polls from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. But if you want, you can change this time duration as well. For example, if you want to start sending your polls from 10 a.m. and you want to stop sending the polls at 12 p.m., like you just want to send polls on your Telegram channel or Telegram group only for 2 hours, then you can add this delay value as 120 minutes or 2 hours as well. So according to that, according to your requirement, this scheduled date and time in this scheduler in this workflow and also the scheduled date and time into your first workflow will be changed. So we have successfully added this delay. After this much amount of time, what we want to do, we want to turn off this automation workflow. So we have this step of Pabbly Connect Manager that is change workflow status. Just click on these three dots in front of it, click on copy step, then scroll down, come to this delay step, click on these three dots and click on paste step over here. So we have just copied this exact same step which we have created and then pasted it below as well. Now in the previous step, we have turned on the workflow in the morning after the scheduler. And after this much amount of time, after this much amount of delay, we want to turn this workflow off. So in this fourth step, the workflow status will be changed to off and click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that it is showing us that the workflow has been successfully paused. This means this automation workflow which we have selected, the workflow which we have selected or created to send polls from Google Sheet on our Telegram channel is been turned off. So let's refresh this page. And yes, here you can see that the workflow is turned off. So here guys, we have successfully created this automation using two workflows inside Pabbly Connect, and using this automation every day at 8:45 a.m. our first automation workflow will get turned on. Then after that, after 15 minutes of that, because we have added a scheduled time of 15 minutes, like from 9 a.m. in the morning, it will start sending polls from our Google Sheet to our Telegram group. And then it will keep on sending this every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, we are going to share the polls from our Google Sheet to Telegram group. And after that, because we have added the delay in this automation workflow, after this much amount of time, this automation workflow will get turned off. The workflow of sending polls from Google Sheet to Telegram will get turned off at this particular time, after this particular amount of time, which we have added in this delay. So this is the complete automation guys which we have created. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of both of these workflows which we have created in this video in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this exact same workflows into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation workflows for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.